I want to start off with one thing that really means a lot to me here. New Year's resolutions. You remember that about 6 months ago, 2020 was ending. You had all these dreams and hopes of how you were going to turn around 2021. We were coming out of COVID. There was a lot of optimism. 2021 is going to be amazing. Stock market's booming. And what happened, right? What happened to the health goals you set, the diet, all these things that you wanted to do to turn around your 2021? My question to you is, what happened? What happened to that clarity, the motivation, the never again mentality, burn the ships mentality? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Adversity happened, okay? Statistically speaking, last month was the highest number of resignations in US-based businesses in history. The highest amount of people in history resigned from their jobs last month. Why is this? People are fed up with how companies are run. People are fed up with being treated as numbers, and people are looking to become part of a culture that means something. And in law firms, if all you do is just put out client fires every day, believe me, your staff's going to leave. Maybe your marketing didn't pan out the way you thought it would. Maybe some of these changes with local services ads, they were working at once, now they're not. Maybe something didn't go as planned for you. But now we have to stare those New Year's resolutions in the face, and we got to make a decision. Are we going to turn left, or are we going to turn right? Yeah, we had all these New Year's resolutions. We were jacked up. We were motivated. Now we're at a fork in the road. We're halfway through 2021, a year you could make your best year yet. And most people, they're turning right. They're turning towards the dark side, the old ways you did things, the old dusty habits you had, okay? The complacency. And a select 1% of lawyers, they're turning left. They're turning towards that sunshine, towards the sun, towards those goals they set previously in the year, regardless of adversity, regardless of the setbacks. My challenge to you is to turn left. I want you to imagine this downsizing cancer. Imagine on January 1st, 2021. Yeah, remember when you're setting all those big goals? Imagine telling that motivated self, that motivated person you were looking in the mirror, hey, just letting you know, about 6 months from now, some hiccups hit the road, we're going to downsize. Those goals I set at the beginning of the year, yeah, we're going to downsize. We're not going to go. We're not going to go to the next level in our firm. We're just going to stay small. What a shame. Or you could take it like this.
What does losing feel like to you?
It's exciting.
Why is it exciting?
Because it means you have different ways to get better. There's certain things that you can figure out that you can take advantage of, right? Certain weaknesses that were exposed that you need to shore up, right? So it was exciting. I mean, it sucks to lose,
Right.
but at the same time, there are answers there.
Okay, there are answers there, guys. There are answers there in whatever you lost at. There are answers there. This is one of the best athletes of all time. And he immediately goes, what's lost to you? And he goes, exciting. How many of you have that reaction to losing? Okay, because this is what blame sounds like. Blame sounds like this. You tell yourself this. I'm an attorney, not a business person. I'm an attorney, not a marketer. I'm too busy with client work. You don't get it. I could make mistakes that cost me big and lose my bar license. I can't make big investments, or I could go out of business. I'm already doing 7 figures. I'm good. I'm coasting, or I'm just starting out. I'm broke. My practice area is unique. That's a big one. Like as if you're the only person that's in a unique practice area or a competitive geographic area. Guys, every attorney is the same blame excuses going through their head. So the alternative to blame looks like this.
What is the antidote to blaming? It's simple. Since your mind can only hold one thought at a time, either positive or negative, you can override all your negative emotions, eliminate the tendency to blame and become angry, simply by saying the words firmly, I am responsible.
Guys, it's really that easy. So I want everyone to say this in the chat with me right now. I am responsible. No excuses. Type this into the chat right now. I am responsible. Okay? If someone quit your law firm, if someone didn't pan out the way you thought, if an attorney left and started their own firm, if you didn't get the cases you thought, if you didn't get the leads you thought, if you found out whoever was answering your calls was dropping the ball, if you found out that what you intended to do didn't pan out, it's not the economy, it's not the whatever you can point your finger at. I am responsible. At the end of the day, it's you versus you. Now, taking responsibility as opposed to blame looks like this. I am a business person, okay? Yeah, I'm also an attorney, but I also have an LLP or LLC, okay? I am a marketer. If I've ever accepted a client through the internet, I'm a marketer, okay? Someone can do my casework better, okay? I'm just starting out. I'm hungry. I'm not desperate. I'm hungry, right? I can make mistake prevention systems. I can make big investments. My geography is competitive. No, my geography is my geography. Own it. Full responsibility. My practice area is unique. You don't get, so what? Okay? These are excuses, and adversity is opportunity. On the other side of these excuses lie your best strategies. Your next half of 2021 requires one operating system, and it's the operating system of you. And we're going to go through what is that operating system today. Why today matters to me. I'm going to share a quick story with you. I remember my dad, one day before we went bankrupt, I remember, if you guys know my story, I walked in on my dad with another woman. We went completely bankrupt in 2008. And, you know, my life was never the same from that point on, because I realized the importance of lead abundance, of which my dad didn't reach. We'll get into that later. But here's what happened. Very funny. 2 years before we went bankrupt, I remember my dad landed this big job. He ran a paving company. And I remember he came home one day and he was like, guys, we're going on vacation. My mom and I were like, what? Why? And he was like, oh, we just landed a big job. I got all this profit in my bank account. I got all this money right now. Things are sounding great. We're going to go on vacation. I remember my dad went out the door that day, and I went into the kitchen. I remember my mom was looking out the window, and I went up to her and I said, hey, Mom, if Dad's business is working so well, why isn't he spending the money on the vacation back into his business? And my mom went, oh, you don't get it, Bill. We need time to relax. You know, we're working really, really hard. We need time to relax. So I came up in an upbringing where success meant part ways with that success and don't double down on it. Don't reinvest your successes. That's the family I came from. But obviously, Jeff Bezos didn't come from that family. We compare that to Amazon, a company that literally had a loss for like over, I think, 2 decades. They operated at a net loss for almost 2 decades. Yeah, that company that's like one of the #1 market cap companies in the world. Do you know why? One big reason they operated at a loss? They reinvested in the business. They reinvested in the business in something that's called a line item, R&D, research and development, right? So the Amazons of the world, the companies that are doubling down and gobbling market share everywhere around us, they're taking their wins and pushing it back into the business. Now is your chance to double down. Don't make the mistake my dad did. Double down on your success now. And what it feels like when you don't do this and you don't build an operating system behind your growth is this. It's the difference between reactivity and proactivity. How many of you are guilty of this? Need to really get more motivated. Got to work out more. Got to eat better. I feel like I have shiny object syndrome. Too much new stuff. Okay. I need to be more productive. I need to hire people now. Okay. Whoa. You're operating in a world of reactivity. If we set up systems that make motivation naturally happen, that make exercise easy, that make eating healthy easy, if we have clear priorities scheduled in advance, okay, we can never get caught off guard with flashy, shiny objects or this constant reactive catch-up. Dude, enough of this. It's all last-minute thinking. It's crunching. It doesn't work. Okay, so the first thing is we got to make your personal levels of energy automatic and easy, okay? And the way we do this is, first, I want you to picture something for a second, okay? I want you to picture for a moment that everything you've ever taught your loved ones, everything you've ever taught your loved ones, verbally, whether you have a YouTube channel, whether you've written lessons down of your life, everything you created in your life was erased. Picture this with me right now. Every lesson you've given, anything you've ever taught someone else, the documented proof of that is erased. And footage, legitimate film of your actions was the only way you could teach your loved ones how to live. Would you be happy with what you teach your loved ones? I'll say this one more time. Picture this. If literal footage of your life was the only way you could teach your loved ones how to live, would that be enough for you to teach a loved one how to live a great life? I'm talking footage. I'm talking those little inches throughout your life when you cut a corner, you miss the gym, you're not fully mentally present at a family get-together, you're not really caring about the people on your team, and it shows in all your behaviors. You're not really pushing at the gym, not really pushing in the firm, not really diligent in your hiring processes, and wondering why there's problems down the road. Imagine all of that is filmed, and the only thing that your family has as to how to live a good life is that footage. My question to you is this: would you recommend your health to a family member right now? Would you enthusiastically recommend your health state to a family member of yours? Okay. It's a good old concept. The billionaire with the sore throat. This billionaire has everything he dreams of. This person has everything. They have a yacht. They have a private island. They have everything they need. And one day on his private island, this billionaire goes to sit by the beautiful ocean. And as he sits down, he has the worst sore throat he's ever had in his life. Let me ask you a question right now in the chat. If you were that billionaire, what's the one and only thing you'd be able to think about while in front of the most beautiful environment ever? Go ahead in the chat real quick. You're going to think about that ocean, the birds, or you're going to think about something else? You're going to think about your sore throat, right? Doesn't matter everything you have that's great on the outside, okay? What matters is that your health is in check, okay? Another question is, would you recommend to that same family member your happiness levels, your levels of engagement and gratitude throughout the day, your levels of bounciness and resilience? Would you recommend as a script, here's how to be happy? Look at me. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm energized. I'm dialed in on my purpose. Would you recommend that to a family member? Okay? Because there's someone else that we all loved. Okay? Robin Williams. He made everyone happy except for who? Himself. So this isn't just an external game, guys. We can't enjoy the external game if our internal game is completely messed up. So to hit the next level, you need energy. I have never in my right mind met someone in a breakthrough state, slumped over in a low energy state. Okay, they're mutually exclusive. There's no way to be in a breakthrough state, slunched over, disrespecting all of your personal performance habits. True or false? Just study the people who are actually exploding in their practices. I've never shown this before, okay, but but I decided I'd show you guys this, okay? This was August 10th, 2018, okay? And this is when I was an emotional and mental wreck, okay? I was doing about $40,000 a month at this time in my business. And I decided in about just under a year, I wanted to go down to just around 12% body fat. Okay. So this is the outcome of having your own personal energy management system. Now I want to show you how my profit and loss statement changed. Okay. So this was my profit and loss statement on August 2018. I can hear people at the side of my office laughing right now. Okay, this is my profit and loss statement. This is my top line revenue, August 10th, 2018. Okay, this is my top line revenue, June of 2019, just under a year later. Okay, so we went from 44,000 per month to 132,600 per month, and I quadrupled my health, right? So how many of you are guilty for thinking sometimes either I'm going to double down on the business or I'm going to get healthy? Okay, well, I'm here to tell you that actually the reason you're not growing is because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Soon as I stop making excuses, I'm going to wake up at 4:45 a.m. I will go to the gym. I will sign up for high intensity interval training classes. I will hit my stretching. I will do breathing exercises every day. I will meditate every day. All of a sudden, the business triples. These are not mutually exclusive. They're actually requirements for you to hit the next level. So I started creating these personal energy systems. Literally, we created PDFs behind my daily habits. Like, what's my morning power ritual? What's my daily battle plan? Okay, what's my evening ritual? You can see here, I have little things like tea. I have a chili pad. It's a thing that tunes down the temperature of your bed mattress. It's a chili pad. It's like $1,000. I turn it down to 65 or 60 degrees every night because that's a big, I literally biohacked my entire energy management system. I take fish oil, turmeric, okay, calcium, this whole thing of multivitamins every day, okay? I have intermittent fasting habits in the morning where I eat a very light breakfast. Like I had to reverse engineer these things, and I found that the discipline that was required in health also appeared in the business. This is literally when we started running the weekly meetings, which you'll learn about next. So I started reverse engineering my diet. Okay, what are my maintenance calories? What are my target calories? You basically multiply your body weight by 12, and that's where you can create your cut calories, right? I literally just scientifically reverse engineered, what do I need to do, right? So the energy management systems I'm going to be opening the hood on are how I stay in this mindset all the time, how I stay like crazy, upbeat, positive, gratitude oriented all the time. It's because of these 3 pillars that I always come back on. The first pillar is something I've never went into before, and I'm super excited to open the hood on. It's your personal vision system. Then we'll go through your state management system, then your calendar management system. All right. The great separator is this, guys. If you want to dial in your energy, remember, this is the first system we got to be militant and aware of for the remainder of 2021. It's your personal vision. So my question to you is this: what is your personal vision? Okay. Who must I be a role model for? What are my exercise standards? What are my diet standards? How grateful and happy am I every week? How do I communicate as my best self? How well do I manage my day, my week, my month, my quarter, my year? What does that look like to you? That's your personal vision. Okay. Now we got to put it into one statement. Okay. My one statement is to inspire 1 billion people through my actions. I write that down every day when I write down my goals. To inspire 1 billion people through my actions. That statement I have to revisit all the time. Now, the next step is once you have your one line clear, I want you to picture as though, like we said earlier, you're on the Truman Show. How many of you ever seen the Truman Show? How many of you ever seen this before? Okay, where Jim Carrey is basically in this false world, then he's being filmed throughout his entire life. With that one statement, I want you to picture you're Jim Carrey. You are being filmed from as a baby all the way through your death. Everyone's watching everything you do. Think about this. You walk down the hallway. Okay, think about this right now. Maybe you're distracted, multitasking, open up other tabs on the phone, not really focusing right now. Okay, What if the whole world was watching that? See, we don't have public accountability. We can hide behind computer screens, behind whatever we want to. Public accountability is the answer. And this visualization, okay, is the key. So my question here is, let's audit your energy habits. How would other people answer these questions? How would other people, say 100 people, how would they come back to you and say, what habits are required to grow my law firm? Okay. What would someone else say? Not your story. What would someone else say? Am I bringing my A game every week? Would someone vote that you're bringing your A game every week based on that footage? And last but not least, based on my actions, tying this all together, what would others vote? Other people, would they vote that you deserve to grow your law firm to the next level? The third step is to use affirmation timers. We talked about this last summit. I'm going to talk about it again. There's this magical little tool in your phone called alarms. Okay, so we have a big purpose statement. We now picture as though we're being filmed. We're asking ourselves full accountability questions. Now it's like, okay, I need reminders in my phone 3 times a day. So you can see here, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m. I have alarms going off of my phone reminding me of my power words. Sometimes I'll change them and it'll be my one purpose statement. I need reminders of who I'm going to be. Otherwise, the here and now takes me away from it. Right? It's a simple thing. You open up the alarms in your phone. You create an alarm for 10, 2, and 6 p.m. Eastern or whatever your time zone is every day. Okay? Pretty easy. And then you just put it on a daily recurring alarm. Okay? You'll be doing something else and your alarm will go off and say, oh, crap, my purpose. Forgot about that. I was doing busy work again. Okay? So affirmation timers. All right? So the next piece of the energy management system I want you to build for the second half of 2021 is, oh baby, you're right, that state management. Okay. How many of you feel like you know what needs to happen to increase your energy levels? Okay. Got to eat better, got to eat less, got to exercise more, got to take breaks throughout the day, got to get sunlight. Okay. So the real problem is this. Sometimes it's not the strategy, guys. It's your beliefs and your personal energy state. Because you all know how to get healthy. You all know how to work out. You all know how to breathe. Take breaks. You're not doing it. So it's not the strategy in this case. It all comes down to the first step of state management, confidence physiology. Before I show you this next slide, I want to ask you a question. Okay. Can everyone picture for one quick moment, what would a confident person act like? Like, what would their posture be? Like, would their shoulders be back? Like, would they be breathing through their diaphragm? You know, like, how would they be standing? How would they be acting? How would they be feeling? Okay. It's also easy to think, how would a depressed person act physically? Physiology, hunched over, neck forward, talking more quiet, looking around more, less direct eye contact, more passiveness. Okay. You can almost feel it right now. Slipping into a depressive feeling. Well, let's look at these in contrast. So you mean to tell me, Bill, that by moving my shoulders a couple inches, I can feel better throughout the rest of my life? You mean to tell me, Bill, that if I, instead of breathing up here, I can breathe in my bottom diaphragm area, I can have a happier life? You mean to tell me that if my neck is upright throughout the day, I can have a better quality of life? Yes. It's called confidence physiology. I'm not saying fake it till you make it. I'm saying this is common physiology. This is simple biology, guys. Okay? This is more important than ever now in the virtual world that we live in. All we have are our habits. Most of us are accumulating bad postures because of all the computer-itis. True or false? You can start right now on this. Hey, what's my posture? And I'll give you tips to do that. It's time to breathe, move, and act the part, right? If you want to grow your firm, dude, you better be acting like you're growing your firm. You better be teaching your brain this means business. Okay. Step 2 is your physical health pillars. Now, I don't need you to commit to like exact like hour by hour things for your health pillars. I do need you to commit to pillars though. Okay. What are examples of pillars? Well, okay, calorie restriction. If you need to lose weight, a key pillar you could commit to is I'm just going to eat my body weight times 12. Now that works for guys. I don't know about for women. I'm not sure if it's the same calculation. It's probably similar. Body weight times 12 is where you would eat if you wanted to lose a pound a week for most people. Okay. Body weight times 15 is maintenance. Okay. You could literally just make one pillar there. My new calorie level on average per day. Okay. My exercise and stretching thing. I set weekly pillars. Okay. I want to burn 7,000 active calories per week. Okay. So I don't care if I need to take a day off and then I'll double down on the other day. Okay. We need flexibility with the pillars in our life. Okay. And then last but not least, the baseline too. What are your commitments around sleep and hydration? You're going to drink a gallon a day? How much sleep are you going to get? If you're suffering from insomnia, which I've went through, okay, are you going to practice mindfulness? A lot of the way you overcome insomnia is through, before you go to bed, practicing mindfulness and presence, right? These are your physical health pillars, right? These are things you can do right now. I don't need to hear the excuses. Right now, you can do these things to commit to your energy levels. Number one, hire a nutritionist right now. You could literally do that right now. It's going to put you into high accountability. You could hire a personal trainer right now. You could sign up for high intensity interval training, like at an F45 or like a high intensity interval training place, and then do it with a partner. By the way, doing it with a partner actually increases your chances by 80% with that public accountability. Here's the thing, guys. I don't need you to commit to what the workout is. I need you to commit to working out and have public accountability behind it. Okay. My wife, Emily, she was not working out for years. She signs up for F45. I don't think she's missed a day now for, I don't even know, maybe 5 months straight. She's getting into great shape. One decision. Buy a posture device. Okay. Those little things you put on the back. Okay. Automatically your postures, you're going to have awareness there. Meal prep delivery. I'm not eating well. Dude, order trifecta. Do it right now. Do it today. You'll have a next thing of meals delivered to your house 7 days from now. Boom. You got your calories pre-calculated. Then all you need is the discipline to say no, right? Another pillar, buy a standing desk. These are things you can do right now to force yourself into better energy management. Okay. Buy a Philips blue light. This is a blue light I use in the morning after I wake up to reset my circadian rhythm, right? Okay. You could list your new habits that you're going to be practicing, these pillars. Text someone right now. Hold me accountable to them, please. Okay. There are solutions to this low energy slump. Last but not least is your mental health pillars, right? Meditation, gratitudes, clarity on goals, media fasts. These are tiny little decisions that you can make, which add to your overall robust ecosystem on energy management, which is the first pillar we're talking about today. Are you meditating? Okay. All I need you to do is download the app Headspace, download the app Insight Timer. Okay. Then commit to doing it with your partner every morning. 5 minutes start. All you're trying to do is close your eyes, see a thought pop up. It's a win. That's it. Okay. Gratitudes and goal clarity. Okay. Are you writing down your gratitudes every day? I write down 5 gratitudes and multiple goals every single day. I need to be grateful for where I am. That's presence. And I got to be in attack mode too, right? And then I got to have media fasts throughout my life, right? I can't be dabbling through the phone in my morning routine. I can't be dabbling late at night in the phone. I got to have detachment periods. We all do. These are pillars you can put into your mental health. Here's an example of how I write down my goals and my gratitudes and the app that I use for meditation, okay? Here's the thing. Goals give you clarity. Meditation helps you question your paradigm. Ray Dalio wrote about this in his book, Principles, right? Goals give you clarity as to where you're going to go. Meditation, however, it allows you to objectively question, am I doing the right goal? Am I in the right practice area? Am I in the right geographic area? Am I doing the right strategy? Without meditation, it's all like hammer out tasks, but what if they're the wrong tasks? Right? So the last step is calendar management. This has one of the biggest impacts on people. Okay. Calendar management step 1 is I want you to do an hourly rate audit. Okay. So an hourly rate audit looks like this. What is your real hourly rate? I want you to ask yourself, Perry Marshall put out a chart and it says that these are your $10 per hour tasks. These are your $100 per hour tasks. These are your $1,000 and then $10,000 per hour tasks. One of the best, most real, like crazy exercise you could ever do, open up your calendar, open up this calendar evaluator tool, and literally just take the items in your calendar and put them into a specific category. Okay. It is mind blowing when you do this exercise. You'll realize like, oh crap, talking to unqualified prospects, $10 an hour. Cold calling of any variety, $10 an hour. Okay. Running errands, $10 an hour. Okay. Building and fixing stuff on your website, $10 an hour. Okay. $100 an hour. Solving a problem for an existing customer, talking to a qualified prospect, writing an email to prospects, that goes from $10 to $100 per hour, right? $1,000 per hour. Planning and prioritizing your day. Is that in your calendar? Negotiating with a qualified prospect, building your sales funnel, judging marketing tests and experiments, okay? Delegating complex tasks. Then that's the director task level. Then we get into the CEO task level. If you want to be the CEO of your law firm, okay? So think about this. Improving my unique selling proposition. When's the last time I did that in my calendar? Creating new and better offers for my law firm, okay? Repositioning my message, my position in the market, okay? Selling to high value customers and groups, public speaking, selecting team members and hiring processes, $10,000 per hour task, hiring processes. Why? We all know the expense of hiring the wrong person. Okay. It costs 4 times their annual salary on average. We all know that. What's your real hourly rate? Next, calendar management step 2, your daily planner. Okay. Remember, this is a $1,000 an hour task, planning your day. So we created a daily planner document. Okay. This is where every day I think through, what's my top gratitude? What's my big focus for today? What's the top thing I have to delegate? Yes. Every day you have to delegate something. What's my cash account? What's my projections for the month? What's my risk revenue, meaning refunds or whatever? What are my expenses? What are my ongoing monthly expenses? I hammer this in my head every morning so that reality I stare at. Whereas the opposite was when I wouldn't check my bank account for 6 months at a time, right? Then we got to go through our big ongoing moves. These are things that'll take over 7 days to accomplish. What are my 3 big moves for the day? What are 5 items that will move one of those 3 moves towards the finish line in this week? And then we have our to-done list. These are the hammer out items, right? I must get done these items. Who do I need to contact? Who do I need to get a response from? And what's my big move tomorrow? Most of us enter today with a to-do list. How many of you are guilty of this? No. We have to start with our big moves first and then vet our to-do list to our big moves. Everyone see that? Okay, I got to keep moving. Last but not least, okay, calendar management step 3 is time blocks and breaks. Yes, time blocks and breaks. My first question that I want you to ask when you look at your calendar every day is this: does this calendar event give me energy, or does it drain me of energy? Does this calendar event give me energy, or does it drain me of energy, right? This is where the whole concept of time blocking came in. Now, since I last taught this, I've experimented with different cycles where I do 2-hour batches of work instead of 50 minutes, right? So I'll do 110 minutes or so, and then I'll take a 10-minute conscious break, right? Time blocking is how you protect the glycogen in your brain, the brain sugar, the focus in the brain that's required to execute on a task, right? Time blocking is your insurance policy against milking out your brain's focus muscles so that you are tapped out come 2 p.m. How many of you are guilty for that? 2 p.m. hits and I'm like, It's because the time blocking habit isn't being consistent, right? So then part of this is we need to also know how to take a 10-minute break. But before I do that, I'm going to ask everyone a question. I asked this a couple summits ago. What do NASCAR racers do in the middle of a NASCAR race before they need to do it. They take a pit stop, correct? Okay, they take a pit stop. Okay. Pit stops, you need as well. You can't just be full throttle all day without conscious detachments. So here's how a human being takes a pit stop. Take a screenshot of this slide and thank me later after you do this.